Musicians, such a strange, exotic, yet attractive breed. Normally not a problem for us normal folks here, but what are you supposed to do when that special someone turns out to be a musician? Well, don't fear, for here we have the guide of how to attract a musician, a little special way to manipulate that special person in your life into a real thick hidin'. Get it? Because it's like person and hidin', they kind of rhyme together, so it's kind of, wait, please don't go away, I promise there's more.
Alright, so let's talk strategy here. If you want to use the dark art of attraction here, then we have to break down what it means to be a musician at its core. So first, we have to appeal to every musician's huge authority kink. Think about it. What are musicians known for? Sitting in that weird little box and repeating the same thing over and over like a literal psycho. But why do they do this? I mean, it's not like it's fun. Go ahead, watch this video 10 times. Doesn't it get more exciting every time through? No. The reason why musicians practice day in and day out is because they've been groomed since young children to want to do anything and everything to make their teachers happy. Fellas, has this ever been you?
Hey Bobby, you want to go get some donuts in the school parking lot? Nah, I've actually got a lesson tomorrow, so I kind of need to get practicing. Bobby, Bobbert, the Bob. I got some tickets for the Fast and Furious 27, the Fast and Furious dump. You in, man? Nah, I've actually kind of got like a lesson in 5 minutes, so I should really start practicing. Bobby, hey! The entire building is on fire and about to collapse. This is John Marshall from the fire department. Give me your hand. Nah, I've actually got like a lesson right now, so I think I'm just gonna keep practicing.
Now you might be thinking,
Well, okay, they do sure as well always have a lesson they seem to be practicing for, but how do I fill in the role of a teacher? I mean, I don't know anything about music.
and that's where this combos really nicely with step 2, which is to appeal to their failure kink. All musicians are submissive. I mean, they grow up being told what to play, how to play it, where to perform, what they did wrong at a performance, why they should just quit and give up because they're so bad, why there's always going to be a 7-year-old prodigy who's just better at them in every single way. But as you can imagine, this makes them quite submissive while also having a huge fear of failure. And if you think I'm exaggerating, ask a musician how they did after a performance. Trust me, that's all you need to hear. So how do you take advantage of this? Well, don't worry. I prepared a list of buzzwords here that will fit any and every situation. Just simply choose a word from here and fill in with this blank. So, after you listen to them perform, you say, I liked it, I just feel like there could be greater. And if they ever ask, where or what do you mean specifically? Just simply say, I don't know, I just feel like they could be exaggerated more. It's the perfect nothing answer that can be interpreted in so many different ways. And sure, this might make them get a little angry or storm off into a practice room, but just remember that while they might be spending more time in that room going crazy, they'll be thinking about you every second of the way. So now that you've primed your musician to be thinking about you every waking moment with the deepest urge to satisfy your expectations, to find some sort of self-worth or meaning in this incredibly repetitive and isolating life, let's talk about how you seal the deal. Now, all you really have to do now is just be there. Remember, musicians spend hours on end practicing usually in the same space, so if you can figure out where this is and just be there, you're in. Because here's the thing, most musicians don't actually want to practice. They just need an excuse not to.
My piano didn't get enough sleep last night. Guess I can't practice. I don't really think that's how it works. May the power of Beethoven compel you.
But what if they practice at home, you might say? Well, let me tell you something. No one practices at home. I mean, home is where my bed is at, and a TV with food. Like, why would I ever ignore those things just to make random noises? No. Most musicians usually practice somewhere else. And if for some reason they are practicing at home, then I'm sorry to say this, but they're probably a psychopath. Like, you shouldn't really get too close, or they might like unalive you, or worse, trauma dump about how hard music theory is.
505. Dun dun dun.
And there you go. Now you've got your little special musician to be your codependent slave for the next 5 years. So good luck, be free, and remember that You're not the problem. They are. They're the musicians who had all these problems in the first place. You're the one who just found this video first.
You know, maybe this isn't really worth it. Like, this seems like a lot of work for someone who, if you think about it, just kind of sits alone in a room all day, staring at a bunch of squiggly lines written by a bunch of dead people, and constantly chasing the external satisfaction of some older mentor figure who just throws them in the deep end week after week, while no one can really also relate to them because all they see as musicians is just broke losers with no inherent value, unless you can play like 4 chords on the guitar or something like that. Yeah, but have you ever thought about it like this? With that mouth